There was a time when their relationship looked perfect. From the outside, it seemed like a classic Hollywood love story. Fame, success, and two people everyone admired. But sometimes, what looks perfect on the surface hides a very different reality. And honestly, that's exactly what happened here. Loni Anderson was known for her charm, confidence, and presence on screen. She wasn't just another actress. She stood out. At the same time, Burt Reynolds was one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. When their paths crossed, it didn't take long for the world to notice. They became one of those couples people couldn't stop talking about. And for a while, it really did seem like everything was going right. But here's the part people didn't see. Because behind the attention, the headlines, and the public appearances, there were cracks forming. And those cracks slowly turned into something much bigger. If you really think about it, relationships in Hollywood come with a different kind of pressure, constant attention, public expectations, and the feeling that everything has to look perfect, even when it isn't. And over time, that pressure starts to change things. As the years went on, their relationship became more complicated. What once looked like love began to feel different. And sometimes, when things change slowly, people don't notice until it's too late. Eventually, the relationship reached a breaking point. And when it ended, it wasn't just a quiet separation. It became something much more public, something people talked about, judged, and tried to understand. But here's what makes this story different. Years later, that there were reflections, not loud statements, not dramatic claims, just quiet honesty. From her perspective, it wasn't just about one moment. It was about everything that built up over time. The pressure, the misunderstandings, and the emotional weight that people on the outside never fully saw. And honestly, that's what many people relate to, because sometimes relationships don't end because of one big reason. They end because of many small things adding up. What's interesting is how time changes the way people look at the past. What once felt overwhelming can later be understood more clearly, and that clarity often brings a different kind of truth. In the end, this wasn't just a story about two celebrities. It was a story about expectations, pressure, and reality, and about how things can look perfect, but feel completely different behind the scenes. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. Not every story has a clear villain. Not every ending comes from one single moment. Sometimes it's just life unfolding in a way no one expected. Because in Hollywood, love can be public, but the truth is always personal.